Day 4, Angela search. It takes a village. Missing Mount St. George resident found dead. 60 million requests for new Scabrosec start. Good evening, I'm Yolani Belfon, and you're locked into the Tobago Updates television news for Friday, 15th May 2026. Now to our top story. The search for 2-year-old Angelo Tobias Plaza enters its fourth agonizing day in Goodwood, as specialized divers and drones scan the Atlantic coastline. The Tobago House of Assembly is calling for a national shift in how the island protects its youth. Jewel Green George has more.
It's been 96 hours since 2-year-old Angelo Tobias Plaza vanished from his Cambridge Trees home. What began as a frantic neighborhood search on Monday night has evolved into a massive multi-agency operation. Teams from TEMA, Hunters Search and Rescue, and the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service are currently using thermal drones and marine assets to comb the rugged terrain and sargassum heavy waters of East Tobago. Chief Secretary Farley Augustine says the Assembly is providing every available resource to investigators.
To even engaging specialist divers to go into the space. I've also been in conversation with Senior Superintendent Kirk on the matter as we collaborate in efforts to locate the young child, 2-year-old Angelo Tobias Plaza.
The investigation is complicated. Early this week, reports surfaced of a potential sighting in the water, but fire officials later clarified the objects were logs. Now the Homicide Bureau and the Child Protection Unit are involved as authorities interview neighbors and family. While the physical search continues, the Chief Secretary is turning the focus towards social responsibility and the gaps in community supervision.
A lot remains unclear, a lot remains unknown to us. There are more questions than there are answers, but certainly this reminds us of the duty of care we have for our children. And I want to remind the public that this goes beyond what the Tobago House of Assembly can do.
Augustine's remarks come amid rising concerns over child safety island-wide. He warned against the 9-day wonder effect, where public alarm fades shortly after a tragedy occurs.
It takes the village to raise a child, but the village must also protect the child. And we must all do our part in protecting our children.
When speaking to Tobago Updates, Senior Superintendent Kirk said that the TTPS Gender-Based Violence Unit was now taking the investigative lead and that the land and sea search continues to be ongoing. As of this evening, there is no confirmed recovery. Police are urging anyone with information to contact 999 or 211. Jewel Green George, Tobago Updates Television News.
A localized search effort ended in tragedy on Friday morning after the body of a missing man was discovered washed ashore in Blemin. The deceased has been identified as Daniel McLean, a resident of Mount St. George. He is believed to be in his 30s. McLean was first reported missing around 5 p.m. on Thursday, May 14th. According to the family members, he had ventured out to pick coconuts, a routine activity for him, but failed to return home, sparking immediate alarm. By early Friday morning, a coordinated recovery operation was launched involving the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, the Coast Guard, the Tobago Emergency Management Agency, and the Hunters Search and Rescue Team. Despite their rapid mobilization, the search concluded shortly after it began, with McLean's body was spotted along the shoreline just a short distance from his home community. TTPS remained on the scene as of Friday afternoon to conduct preliminary investigations. While the circumstances surrounding the incidents are still being processed, officials have not yet released a formal cause of death. The community of Mount St. George remains in mourning as police continues their inquiries. All eyes were on Port of Spain today as Finance Minister Davendranath Thakur presented the 2026 National Mid-Year Budget Review. While the country looks at the broader economic picture, For many in Tobago, the focus is on decades-old promise. Chief Secretary Fali Augustine has confirmed the Assembly is requesting a $60 million injection to finally break ground on the new secondary school at Scarborough Sec. But, as Jewel Green George explains, the road to construction still remains a final set of blueprints and voices from the classroom.
4 years, the students and staff at Scarborough Secondary have watched the Atlantic Ocean slowly claim the land beneath their feet. Today, that physical instability is meeting a new physical push in Port of Spain.
The media review happens tomorrow, and so we will be looking at what will be given to Tobago at the media review.
The THA's headline request is $60 million. The estimated cost to mobilize construction at the new Bacalet site. This follows a previous $400 million estimate for the relocation project, which has faced multiple technical hurdles. Augustine revealed that a 2024 tender was scrapped after designs were found to be insufficient.
One of the things that we have applied for and that we are hoping we will get additional funding for will be the start of the Scarborough Secondary School.
The administration is not just waiting on a check. A new timeline is now in play. The THA plans to use its own reserve funds to jumpstart the process, while final design consultations begin with those most affected.
Final consultations on design by the end of June, and then we go back out to tender on the approved designs.
With consultations set for the first week of June, the goal is a school that is as structurally sound as it is modern. Jewel Green George, Tobago Updates Television News.
Up next, 1.6 heritage hike to settle cultural debts.
How do you make a man a man? How do you let a man be a man and own up to his responsibilities?
How would you prevent passing on trauma?
I do not believe in licks as discipline. So how should I go forward now with discipline? I'm not encouraging anyone to go out there and get pregnant.
Join us for part 2 of Words from a Mother as we hear from former participants of the program for adolescent mothers PAM. This Sunday, May 17th from 6 p.m. on Tobago Updates.
Looking for office attire or worship apparel, then come to Tia's Classic Closet. Shopping for casual clothing or just want to dress down. Big discount, so it's you on clothing and comfortable shoes. Get some wonderful accessories to match your attire. Come to Tia's Classic Closet at 39 Montgomery Road. Opening hours daily from 9:30 to 5:30. For more information, call 710-168-99999.
Sofa Factory is here in Tobago. Conveniently located Montessori Drive, Glen Road, Scarborough. Up to 20% off on select sofas for customization. Deals on some sofas from as low as $4,000 until stocks last. 10% off on all wardrobes. Half off on shower heads with the purchase of a vanity set. Come in and experience the new way to shop for furniture and see the quality in person.
Make your goals a reality this season with Mount Pleasant Credit Union. Tobago's choice, we got you smiling. Come and feel that mid-year feeling, oh yeah. Mid-year island dreams, we make it easy. $20,000 to $100,000. Come and see, we warm hearts, bright plans, your goals grow. Mount Pleasant Credit Union, Tobago's choice. You know, every loan once approved, more reasons to celebrate. Chance to win big, doesn't that feel great? Up to $3,500 in exciting gift certificates. Share investment starts as low as $2,500. Mid-year island dreams, we make it easy. $20,000 to $100,000. Come and see we warm hearts, bright plans, let your goals grow. Mount Pleasant Credit Union, Tobago's choice, you know.
Sun Up Tobago presents Solara. Celebrating the 9th edition of your favorite party in the East, where style and good vibes meet. Get ready for the food-inclusive cool experience you love. This July 4th, we return to the East, bringing you the perfect blend of mouth-watering food flavors, premium vibes, and unforgettable energy.
One thing more than them feel understood. When girl, good girl.
Grab your cooler, hold your crew, and escape to Tobago's ultimate vibe. Join us at 4 p.m. at the Deltec compound in Argyle. Get your tickets now at Waterhole Bar and Pablo Supermarket Argyle, Barcode, Scarborough, Eco Spots, Dudley Park, Lee Jones Bar on the Esplanade, and Jane Monkey Crown Point, or online at idetickets.com. Sun Out Tobago, Solara, 9 years strong. Your favorite party in the East is calling. Saturday, 4th of July, Deltec compound Argyle.
Thank you for staying with us. Tonight, we look at the financial fuel behind Tobago's premier cultural showcase. Chief Secretary Fali Augustine has confirmed a budgetary boost for the 39th annual Tobago Heritage Festival. But as the island prepares to tell the whole story, a different story is unfolding behind the scenes, one of persistent debt to the very artists and vendors who bring these traditions to life. We go to Jewel Green George for the details.
The rhythm of the tambourine and the sway of the reel dance are more than just tradition. They are the heartbeat of Tobago's orange economy. This week, Chief Secretary Fali Augustine gave the green light for that heart to beat a little stronger, announcing a $6.5 million allocation for this year's Heritage Festival.
The Heritage Festival was launched last Friday. This year's Heritage Festival comes in at $6.5 million, with the theme let me tell the whole story.
The 2026 budget represents a 32% increase over last year's leaner $4.9 million spend. The boost comes as the Assembly begins laying the groundwork for the festival's landmark 40th anniversary in 2027. However, more money at the top hasn't always meant money in the pockets of those on the ground. Augustine admitted today that administrative hiccups have left some workers empty-handed for years.
I ran some checks earlier today, and all the payments for 2025 were cleared. But I'm being told that there are two sets of people that require clearing of payments from 2024.
It is a gap that the Chief Secretary says he will no longer tolerate. He has issued a direct mandate to the Division of Tourism to ensure funds reach the Festival's Commission without delay,
so that the bills at the Festival Commission can be cleared soonest. And going forward, there is a set structure to ensure payments are done on time, especially to those cultural ambassadors and those in the orange economy.
With the July 16th kickoff fast approaching, the pressure is on to settle the books. For Tobago Updates Television News, I'm Jewel Green George.
The Tobago House of Assembly has officially unveiled the Electoral District Fund, a strategic initiative designed to channel resources directly into the heart of local neighborhoods. Operating under the Division of Community Development and Social Protection, the fund represents a shift toward decentralized community empowerment, allowing residents to take an active role in regional transformation. The EDF is structured to support a broad spectrum of projects, ranging from social intervention programs to physical community enhancement. By providing a transparent application process, the THA is opening doors for individuals, non-government organizations, and community groups to secure funding for initiatives that address specific local needs. Whether the goal is to improve public spaces or launch social safety net programs, the fund aims to bridge the gap between high-level policy and grassroots requirements. Central to the rollout is a commitment to listen to communities. The division has pledged to work in tandem with district offices and stakeholders to ensure that the capital is deployed where it can foster the greatest impact. As applications are open, the focus remains on projects that offer sustainable solutions and measurable improvements to the quality of life for all Tobagonians. This collaborative approach marks a significant step in strengthening the island's social fabric through direct investment in its people. The Tobago's blue economy hangs in a delicate balance as the Division of Environment, Climate Resilience and Energy seeks to harmonize environmental protection with local tourism. Secretary Darren Henry is highlighting the new efforts to rehabilitate the Buccoo Reef while addressing the long-standing tension between party boats, operations and marine conservation. AMPLIA Balgobin has the details.
The health of the Buccoo Reef Marine Park remains a top priority for the Tobago House of Assembly. Secretary Darren Henry says rehabilitation is not just about wishful thinking, but about rigorous data collection and strategic partnerships with the region's leading scientific minds.
Because as we evaluate and monitor, we will then put the necessary system in place to ensure that there is recovery on the reef. And we also work closely with national agencies like the Institute of Marine Affairs, who is our partner in terms of leading research in the country and on the Buccoo Reef. And also we work with the University of the West Indies also.
But science is only one half of the equation. The Secretary is also tackling the socio-economic challenges within the park, specifically the party boat industry. While environmentalists often call for stricter controls, Henry suggests that a total shutdown isn't the answer. Instead, the division is looking to strike a neutral ground by upgrading the 2020 legislation to better reflect current realities. Interestingly, one of those adjustments involves noise pollution. While the previous bill set strict decibel limits to protect marine life, the current administration is reviewing those levels to accommodate the livelihoods of tour operators without compromising the reef's integrity.
We can't just go ad hocly and just cut it off. We have to strike a balance and find a neutral ground. So, for example, within the previous bill that was submitted by the former administration, and I must say that I think all of Tobago is in agreement that the legislation need to be passed because the previous bill was sent forward in 2020. We just made a few little adjustments. For example, the previous bill would have spoken about the decibel levels on the reef. Based on what the activities we may look at increasing it to for a few more decibels up.
Secretary Henry notes that there is an island-wide consensus that updated legislation is overdue. By bridging the gap between the 2020 proposal and the needs of today's stakeholders, the division hopes to ensure that the reef remains both biological sanctuary and a sustainable economic engine for Tobago. Reporting for Tobago Updates Television News, I am AMPLIA Balgobin.
The news will continue in a moment, but why wait? You can follow every story, every update, all the time. Join the conversation and find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. Don't miss a beat, we'll be right back.
Okay. 335, 336, 337, 338, 339.
Counting on your fingers again. No wonder you lose your business.
Grandpa, thanks for helping me start over.
You not lucky in business, you know. As a child, you tried to sell hog plum. That failed. As a teenager, you and your boyfriend tried to break into the jewelry business. But hey, where that boy end up?
He live in Aruka in the Grove. The golden one.
Oh, child, if you want to get into business, you have to have your financial records intact. But hey, do you know your numbers?
Of course, 624. 3-3.
No, child, your numbers, your ratios, your equity ratios. You have a financial handicap.
What?
You need to see somebody about that. Anderson.
Who?
Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago, they offer tax and accounting services. They know about financial management.
Grandpa, I started this business with nothing.
And nothing is what you will end up with unless you call Anderson Services. Here.
Okay, this card is nice.
Yeah.
What's this?
Your rental fee. Have business will pay rent. Hot and groovy in the soca party.
Your family taking long to play the card. Come on, I'm all in time so good, but look at it. Yo, what school you went by?
Diane Bishops, boy.
Bishops?
Yeah,
Sure,
we know
man?
the baddest has come out of Bishops, sir.
The baddest?
But telling away.
We know the baddest. My one night and night, and I is the baddest.
My Bishop is the
Tell
best,
everybody
boy.
here saying that. Yo, what's going on with Tola? What's going on? It's only one way to settle this. We'll be live on Youth Voice TV, where I, your host, Multibase, will be hosting the Rep Your School DJ competition, where DJs will go head-to-head in a crazy battle to secure the title. We have cash prizes of $10,000 to come out and win, and a lot of amazing prizes. Guys, what are you waiting for? Let me come out, come and showcase your skills. Come let me do some juggling.
So guys, there are two categories for DJs that are out of school up to 35 years. And for the DJs that are currently in school, it must be up to 19 years of age. So guys, get ready. It's all about Rep Your School. It's all about the DJ competition.
Who will bring the best vibes? Who can control the crowd? And who will earn the bragging rights? You get a chance to be a part and witness the rise of the new DJ generation. So this is Youth Voice, Rep Your School DJ, live on Tobago Updates. Stay tuned.
Youth Voice, Rep Your School DJ competition. Rep Your School.
Looking for office attire or worship apparel, then come to Tia's Classic Closet. Shopping for casual clothing or just want to dress down. Big discount, so it's you on clothing and comfortable shoes. Get some wonderful accessories to match your attire. Come to Tia's Classic Closet at 39 Montgomery Road. Opening hours daily from 9:30 to 5:30. For more information, call 710-168-999999.
Welcome back. We turn our attention to the cultural calendar as the stage is set for the island's second carnival cycle of the year. While October remains the flagship for local revelry, the countdown to the May launch is officially on. But with celebration comes the reality of the checkbook. Chief Secretary Fali Augustine is promising a full financial disclosure as the Assembly attempts to balance future festivities with a push to educate the next generation of tourism leaders. Jewel Green George has the details.
The feathers and beads may be in storage, but the planning for Tobago Carnival 2026 is moving into high gear. This week, the Chief Secretary confirmed that the official launch of this year's October festivities will take place on May 29th. However, before the first soca beat drops, the public will get a look at the bottom line.
Please note that the Tobago Carnival will be launched on the 29th of May. The 29th of May, and prior to the launch you will get a press conference with the secretary and the CEO of the Festival Commission, and they will go through the budget with you.
The briefing comes at a time when the THA is navigating a heavy cultural schedule. Just last Friday, the Heritage Festival was launched with a $6.5 million price tag. Now, as attention shifts to the October Carnival, marking its 5th anniversary this year, the administration is also looking toward the island's long-term human capital. Applications are currently open for the Tourism Scholarship Program, administered by the Department of Advanced Training and Advisory Services. The flagship award is named in honor of the late former Assemblyman and tourism pioneer George Stanley Beard.
On the 31st of this month of May will be the closing of the scholarship that's already named after Stanley Beard.
The scholarships cover specialized fields from maritime and aviation to cultural entrepreneurship. With the May 31st deadline approaching, officials are urging young Tobagonians to step forward and lead the next wave of the island's largest economic sector. Jewel Green George, Tobago Updates Television News.
After weeks of fierce competition, the Primary School Netball League reached a thrilling climax today. Out of 42 schools that began the grueling journey, only one could claim the ultimate crown. That honor belonged to Blackrock Government Primary School, who stood tall as the undisputed champions. The court buzzed with excitement as Blackrock's star player Amishi Herbert was officially named the tournament's most valuable player for an unforgettable dominant performance along Nyelka, Bruce, and Zania Lord as the best defensive players. The exceptional skill and leadership kept the crowd on their feet and anchored her team's golden run. Blackrock's dominance didn't stop there. In the highly anticipated shooting team competition, they once again hit the mark to secure first place. Table Peace Government Primary School gave a stellar performance to take home a well-deserved second place, while Scarborough Methodist fought hard to lock down a third place spot. It was a spectacular finale to a fantastic season of youth sports. Congratulations to Blackrock Government Primary and the talented athletes who left everything on the court. Water woes in Northeast Tobago remain a top priority as residents in Charlottesville continue to face dry taps. While a desalination plant has been promised as a long-term fix, the timeline remains a moving target. Chief Secretary Farley Augustine says the project Chief Secretary Farley Augustine says the project rests in the hands of the central government, though the THA is ready to move. Jewel Green George has the details in this.
Charlottesville has long been the victim of its own geography. During the dry season, surface water levels at local intakes often plummet, leaving the village parched. The solution? A modular desalination plant promised by the Ministry of Public Utilities. However, despite the urgency, a start date for the facility is still not on the calendar. Chief Secretary Farley Augustine explains that because the project is funded by international loans through the central government, the Assembly's role is strictly support.
I cannot give you a timeline with regards to the desalination plan because, as you would appreciate, that's been done by the Ministry of Public Utilities through international funding that they have received. So it's not a THA project.
The funding Augustine refers to is part of a larger $80 million U.S. loan from the Inter-American Development Bank, aimed at stabilizing the country's water supply. While the THA isn't holding the purse strings, the Chief Secretary insists they are not standing in the way. He points to the current Goldsboro project as a blueprint for cooperation.
We made the lands available in quick time to WASA and to his office so that the necessary can be done. Because one thing I will not do is play politics with something as fundamental to human survival as water.
With the plant still in the planning stages, the focus shifts to immediate survival. WASA recently reported that Tobago's overall reservoir levels are under pressure, prompting the THA to revisit conservation programs. This includes a previous initiative with the Environmental Research Institute Charlottesville, ERIC, to retrofit homes with low-flow fixtures.
So we're looking now at how we can expand that project beyond what was done in Charlottesville as a short-term measure to treat with the fact that many people in that community don't get ready access to pipe-borne water.
For now, Charlottesville residents must continue to rely on scheduled water trucking and conservation. The wait for the desalination plant continues, hopefully moving from promise to a process. Jewel Green George, Tobago Updates Television News.
The weather report when we return.
How do you make a man a man? How do you let a man be a man and own up to his responsibilities?
How would you prevent passing on trauma?
I do not believe in licks as discipline. So how should I go forward now with discipline? I'm not encouraging anyone to go out there and get pregnant.
Join us for part 2 of Words from a Mother as we hear from former participants of the program for adolescent mothers PAM. This Sunday, May 17th from 6 p.m. on Tobago Updates.
Looking for office attire or worship apparel, then come to Tia's Classic Closet. Shopping for casual clothing or just want to dress down. Big discount, so it's you on clothing and comfortable shoes. Get some wonderful accessories to match your attire. Come to Tia's Classic Closet at 39 Montgomery Road. Opening hours daily from 9:30 to 5:30. For more information, call 710-168-99999.
Sofa Factory is here in Tobago. Conveniently located Montessori Drive, Glen Road, Scarborough. Up to 20% off on select sofas for customization. Deals on some sofas from as low as $4,000 until stocks last. 10% off on all wardrobes. Half off on shower heads with the purchase of a vanity set. Come in and experience the new way to shop for furniture and see the quality in person.
Make your goals a reality this season with Mount Pleasant Credit Union. Tobago's choice, we got you smiling. Come and feel that mid-year feeling, oh yeah. Mid-year island dreams, we make it easy. $20,000 to $100,000. Come and see, we warm hearts, bright plans, your goals grow. Mount Pleasant Credit Union, Tobago's choice. You know, every loan wants to prove more reasons to celebrate. Chance to win big, doesn't that feel great? Up to $3,500 in exciting gift certificates. Share investment starts as low as $2,500. Mid-year island dreams, we make it easy. $20,000 to $100,000. Come and see, we warm hearts, bright plans, let your goals grow. Mount Pleasant Credit Union, Tobago's choice, you know.
Sun Up Tobago presents Solara. Celebrating the 9th edition of your favorite party in the East, where style and good vibes meet. Get ready for the food-inclusive cooler experience you love. This July 4th, we return to the East, bringing you the perfect blend of mouth-watering food flavors, premium vibes, and unforgettable energy.
One thing more than feel understood. When girl, good girl.
Grab your cooler, hold your crew, and escape to Tobago's ultimate vibe. Join us at 4 p.m. at the DIGICEL compound in Argyle. Get your tickets now at Waterhole Bar and Pablo Supermarket Argyle, Barcode, Scarborough, Eco Sports, Stubby Park, Neat Jones Bar on the Esplanade, and Jane Monkey Crown Point, or online at islandetickets.com. Sun Up Tobago, Solara, 9 years strong. Your favorite party in the East is calling Saturday, 4th of July, DIGICEL compound Argyle.
The weather update from the TNT Met Office. Tonight we can expect mostly fair conditions across the islands despite a few showers. Minimum temperatures tonight are expected to drop to 25 degrees Celsius at Piakro and 26 degrees Celsius at Crown Point. Tomorrow, sunshine will likely be interrupted at times by scattered showers. There is also a 40% chance of an isolated heavy shower or thunderstorm favoring southern and western areas of Trinidad. Please note that gusty winds and street or flash flooding may occur near heavy showers or thunderstorms. The heat index remains a factor, registering at 37 degrees Celsius at Piakro and 35 degrees Celsius at Crown Point. Seas are slight to moderate, with waves reaching 1 to 1.5 meters in open waters. In sheltered areas, waves are near 1 meter but can occasionally be choppy. For those watching the tides, Port of Spain, high tides are at 3:07 a.m. and 4:14 p.m. with low tides at 9:41 a.m. and 9:21 p.m. At Scarborough, high tides are at 2:41 a.m. and 3:36 p.m. with low tides at 9:20 a.m. and 9:12 p.m. Sunrise is at 5:43 a.m. and sunset at 6:21 p.m. And that's all the time we have for tonight's Tobago Updates news. Have a great night. Let's recap the headlines. Day 4, Angelo search, it takes a village. Missing Mount St. George resident found dead. And 60 million requests for new Scarborough Sec start.